Okay, we're going to play a 1,500 point game today between Victor's Necrons and my Dark Elf for Eldar. For the Necrons, we've got 1, 2, 3 10-man units of warriors, a 3-man unit of destroyers, another 3-man unit of destroyers, 8 scarab swarms, and then 2 lords on destroyer bodies with war scythes. And then we have a monolith. Okay, on the Dark Eldar side, we've got 7 Reaver jet bikes, 1, 2, 3 raiders, 2 of which are going to have a 10-man squad of warriors in them. The third one is going to have some proxy incubi going in there. Then we've got 2 Ravagers, one with Dissy cannons and another with lances. 6-man unit of Hellions, a 9-man Kabbalite warrior squad with a Dark Lance, and 3 Scourges. Okay, quick look at deployment. We got a squad of warriors over there, destroyers, the monolith, one of the lords, some scarab swarms with the other lord attached to it, another unit of warriors, the other unit of destroyers, and the last unit of warriors. And on the Dark Eldar side, we've got some Hellions, Raider and a Ravager, Raider with the Archon and the Incubi, the Reaver jet bikes with the Scourges, another one of the other Ravager, 2 more Raiders with the Kabbalites in them, and the last unit of Kabbalites right there. So we will be back at the end of turn 1, real quick, see who gets it. Steal initiative. No, got a 3. So we'll be back at the end of Necron turn 1.
Alright, Necron's turn 1, movement phase. The warriors stayed there in area cover. These warriors also stayed. Monolith moved up 6 inches, destroyers moved up 12, second squad of destroyers moved up 12, and 2 of the Necron lords moved flat out. Shooting, Monolith tried to shoot at them, did not have range. Destroyers here shot at the bikes there.
Need to take a leadership.
Do need to take a leadership.
I forgot about that.
And let's see what the leadership does.
Oh, they're good.
Okay. So they destroyed what, 3 or 4?
4.
4. And these destroyers here shot at the missing ship, blew it up, and that's it.
That's it?
Alright, we're moving on to Dark Eldar turn 1.
Okay, end of Dark Eldar turn 1. Some general movement everywhere, just kind of shuffling around. A bit of an oops on my part, forgot to disembark my Archon and Incubi, so they didn't get to do anything this turn. Shooting phase, pretty good all the way around. Immobilized the monolith with my Scourges. And then some rapid fire from these Kabbalite warriors knocked out those destroyers. We're going to see if they get back up this round. Some shooting from my Hellions at the Necron lords. Took out 1 base and put a wound on another one.
Yes.
And then in the assault phase, we assaulted in, took out the 1 base with the wound, and then 2 more bases, and then they ran after doing 1 wound to us with scarab swarms. Not even the war. The war scythes didn't do anything. The scarab swarms were what took out one of my guys. But they ran 12 inches. We consolidated a healthy 6 inches, and then they are going to be running again because I've got a group of incubi right there. So we'll be back at the end of Necron turn 2.
Alright, Necron's turn 2. Movement phase, the warriors stayed there. Second squad of warriors stayed right there. But the third set of warriors, they moved up. Destroyers shifted over a little bit. Monolith couldn't move since it was immobilized. And my Necron Lord with the Scarabs fled 10 inches?
10 inches.
10 inches. Shooting phase, rapid fire to the incubi there. They are missing. Well, actually, before that, the destroyers shot down their Raider. Monolith shot his flux cannon. Flux arc. Shot at that eagles there. I don't know what they're called. The ship and the incubi. Did get 1 kill point for the Raider and for the incubi, so I'm up to 3. Nothing happened in the assault since I was out of range. So now it's Dark Eldar turn 2.
Okay, end of Dark Eldar turn 2. We had some general movement, a whole bunch of firing from my lances up here at this monolith. Didn't do anything to it. A whole bunch of firing from the poison weapons at the destroyers who I took. What else we got? Archon charged into these warriors single-handedly, 1 combat by 3. And other than that, that was it for Dark Eldar turn 2. We're up 2 more kill points. So we'll be back at the end of Necron turn 3.
Alright, Necron turn 3. Warriors stayed still. Second squad of Warriors stayed still. Destroyer Lord fell back 12 inches. And destroyers, actually I don't have destroyers this turn.
No,
okay, and Monolith didn't move because it's immobilized. Shooting, Warriors tried to shoot at that and did not penetrate. It did get 1 shot, 1 hit. Monolith wiped out that little eagle there, the bikes there, and all those Hellions. But left 1. This squad of warriors tried to shoot at him, and I think wounded him once, but he saved it.
Yep.
Other than that, assaults there. I lost 2 more warriors and did nothing back. So now it's turn 3 for the Dark Eldar. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Dark Eldar turn 3, and we are ending the game due to time. Let's see, movement. I had some movement over here from my Raiders and Ravager. Shooting, I didn't do it quite right. If I had been smart, I would have put all of my poison shots at 1 unit. However, I didn't, but lessons learned there. Anyways, shooting, we knocked down 4 guys over here with this Raider and Kabbalite warrior squad. These Kabbalites and this Ravager knocked down 7?
6.
6, 7, because one of them's just gone.
Oh yeah, because of, yeah.
So 7. And then they both passed their leadership test. Not surprising because they're leadership 10. But and then over here, Archon continued chumping it up and failed to knock down 1 guy even with the help of the Hellion. So that is a kill point I'm not getting. However, end of the game, total is 5 for the Necrons and then 5 for the Dark Eldar because these guys are still retreating. So that's it for the game. It was a tie, close fought, and that will do it. Victor, good game? Good game. We'll be back with some tactics.
Alright. Tactics for me, well actually with my Necrons actually did pretty good this time. Learning from my other game, I used its arc flux cannon, whatever it's called, and shot multiple units instead of using the big pie plate, which actually helped me out a lot this time because I knocked out 3 units using that. I thought this went pretty good. The warriors over here and over here, he wasn't able to shoot at him until the very end. One thing, and I think the biggest thing I would change, is the Necron lords. I put 2, thinking that they'll get close enough to these raiders or transport vehicles, wherever they are, to use their war sight to do, to bring them down. But they're not very good in close combat. So, I mean, they do have 4 attacks, well, 4 with the charge, but because of the scarabs, they don't produce enough wounds. So if they do get in close combat, they lose close combat. So next time I would separate the Necron Lords, maybe putting one here, because then I could use the Veil of Darkness and transport them over here or over there. They all think it's actually the Veil of Darkness. But other than that, I'm pretty happy of how it went. Just the splitting up the Necron Lords. I think that's the biggest thing. Because then I would have moved those guys over there and maybe gone some combat with them or something. I don't know. But anywho, I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy with how it went. I didn't lose, but I didn't win. But just that Necron Lord, just splitting them up. But.
Okay, first time playing, I think I did pretty good. Pulled a tie, even though it was against Necrons. Things I would have done different. I think I would have done a little better on focusing fire with my Kabbalite warriors, not just at the end, but throughout the whole game. I think I should have kind of combined fire for as much as I can, knocked out one unit at a time. Most of my units performed actually really well. The only unit I have a problem with was my Incubi, and that's just because my Incubi got wiped before they could do anything. Gonna use them again because Incubi are a solid, hard-hitting unit. Just maybe protect them a little bit better until they can get into combat.
And it doesn't help that you forgot to.
Doesn't help that I forgot to move them into combat first turn, which would have protected them from most of the stuff that happened. Tactics-wise, I did pretty good, just kind of moving up, trying to get into close combat as much as I could, just canceling out, you know, the Necrons stand and shoot kind of tactics. But other than that, it was a good game. Like I said, I think everybody performed about as well as they could. Some bad rolling with the monolith after first turn was about all I could say. So yeah, that was it.